I'll see you at Mooney's. What the fuck is happening to me?
Hey everybody, how's it going today? Welcome to the Cluckin' Cosmos. I am your host, Joe Goldberg, and today we are talking about You. No, not You. The show, You, on Netflix. And as most of us fans know, it's official. The final season is coming. And I know we're all thinking, after everything we've seen, how the hell is this one going to end? Well, we've got some great theories coming up that you're definitely not going to want to miss out on. So take a seat, and while you're at it, slap that like button, because it's the only way to ensure you get more content like this. Let's jump into it. First things first, we need a quick recap of how we got to this moment. So without further ado, Joe's a bookstore manager in New York City. He then meets Guinevere Beck and quickly falls in love with her. We learn Joe will do anything for someone he loves. He murders Benji, who was using Beck. Then he murders Peach, who's Beck's best friend, who was using her. Then he murders Ron, who was abusing his neighbor and her son. And we find out Joe murdered his ex, Candace. And then Joe murders Beck. But we still love Joe. And the season 2 hits. We find out Candace is alive. Spoiler! And then he runs to LA. He meets Love. He caged up a man named William Bettelheim because he needs his identity. And then a man named Jasper comes to get money from William Bettelheim, who then thinks William Bettelheim is Joe because Joe took William Bettelheim's identity. So Joe has to kill Jasper because Jasper wants the money from William Bettelheim, who Jasper thinks William Bettelheim is Joe. So Joe Goldberg murders Jasper. He then murders this man named Henderson because he's a creep. He traps Delilah. He was gonna let her go, then finds out someone killed her. Turns out it was Love who killed her. Joe tries to kill Love and finds out she's pregnant with his child. Then Love kills Candace. Then Love's brother 40 dies while getting shot. And then Love and Joe get married. Without me even needing to explain the next 2 seasons, you can already see this just goes off the rails. Precedingly, Joe just spirals further and further down the losing my mind train, the absolutely insane train, where in season 4, he is legitimately losing his mind and suffers from split personality disorder, where he is Joe Goldberg, but then he's the mayor, Mayor Reese Montrose. Now, every season we have seen Joe fall for a woman, as to which he either murders her or she gets away. And all of these issues stem from his childhood because he has abandonment issues from his mother, and all he wants is love, which is why he will do anything for somebody he loves, because he craves their attention and their love so much. So when it comes to season 5, there's only one prediction we can possibly make. Now, over the last 4 seasons, we've seen Joe talk about his childhood, have flashbacks to his childhood, have flashbacks about his mother, and he's even hallucinated his mother right in front of him. The one constant that we've seen all throughout the seasons is Joe and his childhood. And so I don't think season 5 will be about another woman that Joe falls in love with and is proceedingly trying to do anything he can for them. Because at the end of season 4, Joe falls in love with Kate, and Kate has unlimited resources. And now what I think Joe's going to do with those resources in this season is use them to find his mother and his brother. This theory makes so much sense if you really think about it, because the only woman we haven't seen in the show in Joe's current day life is his mother. And Joe has a lot of baggage he needs to deal with, and since this is the final season of the show, this is definitely where we're going to see it all come face to face with Joe. And because of that, we're really going to see Joe's mental state be pushed to the absolute boundary. Joe will be literally at his limits. So it kind of makes you wonder, how are things going to end? Well, it can only end one of 3 ways. Either Joe dies, Joe goes to prison, or he finally gets his happy ending. And let's be honest, that happy ending is the least likely thing to occur for Joe. He is simply just too far gone at this point, and his psychopathic tendencies have become a pattern. And that means it can only end one of 2 ways for Joe. Either he dies, or he finally goes to prison and has to deal with the consequences of his actions over the years. And to bring this full loop now, his mom ties directly back into this, because I think in dealing with his mom, in coming face to face with his mom and finally confronting her about what happened in his childhood, why she abandoned him, why she chose his younger brother over him, he's gonna go off the rails. And I think that the mother will be the sole cause of Joe's demise in this season. You see, I think the mother will be the one who either exposes Joe or maybe even kills him herself. And it would make so much sense for everything to come full loop, because obviously Joe's problem started with his mom and now it's going to end with his mom. The only other thing that I could see happening is that maybe Joe ends up killing his mother, adding her to the list of women that he's murdered over the years. However, only time will tell, and we'll be able to know when the next season comes out, and it is supposed to come out next year in 2025, and I'm very excited for the last season of it. And if you do want to see me make a video on that season, please leave a like on this video and comment down below how you think season 5 is going to go. Do you agree with my theory about his mother coming back? Or maybe do you have some theories of your own? I would really like to know, so like I said, please leave it down in the comment section below. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.